So I think it's kind of important that you know when to leave an organization. Very, very important. Know when to leave. Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about an often debated topic, whether or not you should consider working with a company for free. Today we'll be looking at the pros and the cons of an unpaid work experience, and also if you ever thought about it being a good idea for you to work for free with a company. Stay tuned while we get to discuss this. There are only 4 reasons on the top of my head that will ever give me the opportunity to work with a company for free. One of them is the experience and the skill. 2, trying to get networking opportunities. 3, trying to boost my resume. And the fourth one, trying to work with the company to a point where I can be paid later on in equity. In the part of getting skills and experiencing, it's important to know that a lot of companies have actually placed a standard on their paid roles. And this standard starts from the number of previous years of experience that you've actually had in your previous role. And because of the fact that a lot of people who are starting out in the space do not have such opportunity to have this experience, they tend to actually put themselves in positions to volunteer for companies and actually or leverage on getting internship positions just for the sake of trying to achieve getting these paid roles in future. And that will actually stem from a couple of questions that I actually asked of you during the interview, like on the part of collaboration and communication. And they'll ask you, have you worked with a team before? Or they ask you on the basis of the company brand, what company have you worked with? And it seems to be like a popular brand, it gives you an advantage. Also on the basis of the fact that if you're a tech bro or someone who is actually into doing a lot of handiwork, they will ask you the question of what projects have you worked on before, or tell us your experience about the project you worked on before. On the part of customer product, they will ask you, okay, how many people have consumed this product? Or if it's a tech product, they'll ask you the product you're building, how many users are they? So that would actually create a cliff of your experience, and it's to double down on them actually predicting how you can actually work with them in that paid role. Networking opportunities while interning or volunteering for companies would actually give you the opportunity to build meaningful connections with people in the industry. You can actually be able to network with colleagues and professionals that can actually open doors of offers to you within the space. And this networking opportunity is actually a very, very good way of creating a strategy for yourself within the space. It's important that you actually figure out how you can be in the minds of a lot of individuals by providing help as possible to their needs. Nobody is trying to say you should become a simp, but it's important you figure out how you can actually be strategic in getting what you want, which is actually a paid role. Network with people as much as possible. And the sweetest part about this is the company being a brand is already an opportunity for you to create networking opportunity even outside the organization. One thing people actually fail to do when it comes to the aspect of working with companies that have a good brand is they fail to actually network with the people who are actually the face of the brand. Like for example, you say you have access to the CEO of that company frequently, and that CEO has a lot of command and credibility in the space. You can leverage on that and create opportunities for yourself to say, hey, I work with this CEO and this is what I work and this is what I do for him frequently and all those stuff. So it gives you an opportunity to be in the minds of people as regarding your work and as relative to the relationships that you've actually built with these prominent brand faces in the company. Having a great resume is very important in the space, and it gives you an opportunity to make yourself so attractive in the face of employers. It creates opportunities where it shows that your dedication and willingness to other previous companies can be transformed or can transition to the current company you're going to be working with in the future. So this is actually very, very hard because it puts you at the position where you have to be responsible for a whole lot of things. And looking at it from a point of a startup, you can even be doing almost everything in the company to an extent. But there's always a reward for it where you get to be paid with inequity. That is, if by chance the company actually raises money to an extent. So most of the times, this last one is the one I actually do most of the times because, but I'm very, very strategic about doing it. Why? Because of the fact that I look at the brand face of the person who is actually going to be building this startup. You can leverage on that to get a paid role because it actually cuts across you building your resume, building connections, and also gaining skills and experience to an extent. So, but for me, I enjoy it because of the fact that it gives me an opportunity to want to have a piece of a company, to be precise. So one disadvantage can actually be exploitation, because you can actually be exploited for the sake of the fact that you're just trying to get the experience and being as an unpaid worker. You're just trying to get an experience as an unpaid worker, and leveraging on that, they want to actually bombard you with a lot of excessive tasks to actually work on. That seems strenuous to an extent. Though you're actually feeling like you're getting the experience, it's strenuous when it comes to an opportunity where people do not even get to consider the fact that you're actually not paid for what you do. Another reason is you are actually moving to a path where you are financially strained, where you can't be able to take care of your transportation, you can't be able to take care of most of the things that are actually going on around you, or you are leveraging, or you are becoming a liability to another party for the sake of trying to complement your financial capacity to an extent. The third one is value of your time. Unpaid work most of the times can take a lot of time and effort instead of actually trying to focus on personal projects and other activities. It's important to get to access whether the experiences gained would actually outweigh the potential income you're going to be getting later on in a paid role. Very, very important. You need to put yourself in that position. Now we've actually talked about the pros and the cons. We're going to look at how you can be able to balance both of them, and other parts you can actually focus on apart from actually getting an unpaid role in an organization. So if you've considered, or you're considering working at a place where you've decided not to get any monetary payments for what you're doing at that moment, or prefer getting other benefits that seem to be kind of beneficial to yourself, I think it's important to get to set clear expectation and know when to leave. And this point of clear expectation will happen between you and the company, and also within yourself. You need to kind of understand the point of where the idea of clear expectation lies when it comes to you benefiting while working with the organization. Most of the times, when you do not have clear expectations about what you want from the company, it's important to note that you will begin to face the cons that I actually explained earlier on, which would actually lead to less of value most of the times. So it's important to get to see yourself from the point of knowing what you want to get out of the company and make it as time-bound as possible. For example, you actually want to get connection, network opportunities. You should know within a certain period of time how many network opportunities you want to get within that period. Also, on the basis of the fact that you want to build your confidence and all those stuff like that, you should figure out how much you can be able to collaborate and what you're going to be able to get from the organization that will give you that confidence of going to apply at a place where you actually get paid as much as possible. Also, on the part of the fact that you want to boost your resume, stating clearly what your roles and responsibilities are going to be whenever you are trying to pitch to another organization. So you should actually know when to leave. It is very, very important for you to do that. Another form of creating a balance within yourself is by not even trying unpaid work at all, but by going to other forms of creating income for yourself. Like for example, you can decide to actually get freelance gigs where you can actually reach out to clients and provide solutions to their problem and get paid for it. By that process, you can even learn while getting the job done, and it creates an opportunity for you to even learn while earning. Also, you can actually leverage on hackathons that will give you an opportunity to leverage on creating wide range real life solutions that can boost your confidence enough to relate with many people and network with as much people as possible. That will create an opportunity for you to have a leverage and have confidence in yourself while pitching to a company that is willing to pay you for your work. Also, you have an opportunity to figure out how you can do outside collaborations with individuals just similar to you. You can also leverage on building personal projects that actually focus on real life situations, and leverage on using senior people in the role to vet your work as much as possible so that you can actually create that confidence of you wanting to apply as much as possible. Another idea of actually trying to create a balance within yourself when it comes to the idea of free and paid work is to actually know your worth while working in the organization. It is very, very important. Knowing that you have clear expectation, you should not look like someone that is actually begging. You should look like someone that is confident about doing what they're doing, learning what they're learning, and you have a sense of direction. The idea of time and your skill is absolutely valuable. If you're just starting in a space, it might not be necessarily, people might not take you that serious. But with time, you need to figure out how you can be able to create that confidence, how you can be able to create a structure for yourself. And don't go away from your principle that you've actually created for yourself when it comes to the aspect of learning and when it comes to the aspect of relating and networking with people as much as possible. So I know you might have actually had experience working with people or companies for free and how you've actually faced some certain kind of detriment or how you've actually succeeded and it has actually created some sort of advantage for you. Please, you can actually go to the comment section and just share your experiences with us. And a lot of people are actually skeptical about scenarios like this. They will actually want to hear your story. Please, I'll also be in the comment section to actually respond to your comments and all questions that you have in the comment section. If you really like this video, please don't forget to like and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. My goal is to actually give people the confidence for them to actually go into whatever career they want to go to in tech. Also, I also have the opportunity to be reached out to at various social media channels at Schneider Shades, and also leveraging on booking a session with me. I have a 15-minute session that you can actually book based on my availability, and I'll be ready to actually attend to you when you need me. Thank you so much for actually watching this video. Peace out. Thank you.